Uncle Mordecai in the building. Oops, my bad. We are outside. How are you? And welcome to our show, Across Time Dialogue, where the past meets the present.
Thank you for inviting me out here, young man. It is beautiful. How are you keeping?
And blessed, thank you, Uncle Mordecai. So you decided to look after your uncle's daughter after she lost both her parents. What led you to this decision?
Oh, yes. I took Esther when she was a little girl. I guess my wife and I just felt called to take her in. I think that sometimes God puts you in a position where you are the family for the orphan. You are family to someone out there. If you struggle to find purpose in your life, think of someone vulnerable that you can be responsible for.
Was it not easy for you to make that decision because maybe you had resources? With cost of living skyrocketing, who wants to add another mouth to feed?
Well, I cannot dispute that resources are needed to take in someone into your home. But the best things in life are free. The sense of belonging, the laughter, the shared experience of doing life together is worth a lot more than the money you spend. You never know the gifts the child will bless you with. Esther eventually became a queen. See what I mean?
I do. Since you raised the queen, literally, what do you think is key in raising a girl?
I did not know I was going to be a girl dad coach today. Okay, let me start by saying, every girl wants to feel beautiful. She wants to know she is God's masterpiece. I am sure fathers with girls can attest to what I am saying. They like pretty things, so make sure you constantly affirm them. Tell her she has beautiful hair, compliment her on her dress, and most of all, tell her you love her as much as possible.
If I provide shelter, food, and school supplies, isn't that enough evidence of my love?
Your words of affirmation are the bricks that build her house of confidence. As a girl dad or custodian, start adding the bricks when she is young, so that as an adult, she can have a queen kind of confidence.
That makes so much sense. So, how did you feel when Esther was chosen to be the next queen?
I felt a myriad of feelings. I felt proud, but fearful too, because she was marrying into a whole different tribe, and her identity had not been revealed yet. I also felt helpless, because I could no longer protect and look after her. One thing that kept me hopeful was my faith. I knew God had prepared Esther for such a time as this.
That is insightful. I have seen fathers getting all teary eyed at weddings. It is a bittersweet moment for sure. Now, let's talk about your situation with Haman.
Well, that is a whole other situation right there. Haman did not like me. You know, in life, you need to accept that not everybody likes you and be okay with it. Haman was arrogant and hated me for refusing to bow down and pay homage to him. I only worship one God, the creator of heaven and earth, period. I mean, he felt so disrespected that he wanted me unalived. Long story short, God turned the tables and he lost his life, not me.
Hold on, Unc. You mean to tell me that Haman had a whole plan laid out to have you gone? Brothers out there don't dig a hole for someone to fall into because you may end up falling into it. Tell us play by play how this all happened.
Well, I had somehow saved the king's life by exposing a sinister plan to have him unalived. Bigthana and Teresh had planned to lay hands on the king. The king was very grateful, and he wanted me to be honored publicly in town with a full parade and a royal robe. When Haman went to the palace, he was anticipating that he would be honored, but instead, it was me. Esther, on the other hand, made a request to the king to save my people from the decree that had been organized by Haman to get us all destroyed and annihilated. The king granted her wish immediately and demanded to know who had orchestrated the plan in the first place. And alas, Haman was found guilty.
Thank you, Uncle Mordecai. I see why you said Esther was brought up for such a time as this. She was very strategic in her request to the king. She practically saved a whole nation. Pretty privilege is a real thing. Her beauty and integrity helped save a nation. Uncle Mordecai, you demonstrated that you honored God more than man, and as a result, you gained favor from the king.
Thank you, young man, for chatting with me today. This story is found in the book of Esther.
Okay, that brings us to the end of this week's edition of Across Time Dialogue, where the past and the present collide. If this story reminds you of your own testimony, please share in the comments section and uplift someone who may be experiencing a Haman in their life. Until next time, bye everybody. It's a wrap.